Okay, Sugi 2. Sugi 2. Line 45. Line 45. Please look in. Okay, so now, moving on. Tanya, Rabbi Yeshua said the Brisa, Arba Dvarim, Ha'isa Oisan, Potter B'dinei Adam, Chai B'dinei Shemayim. There are 4 things in which a person is Potter and based in, but Chayiv up in Shemayim. Now, in order to be Chayiv and based in, there's various conditions you have to fulfill. There has to be, you have to have witnesses, you have to have damage, and you have to have actual physical damage. But there are 4 things that you're Chayiv and Shemayim and Potter. So basically can't do anything to you, but you'll still be busted upstairs. What are they? Veilein, these are they. Line 46. If someone breaks the fence in front of another person's animal, right, and obviously the animal gets out, does damage, okay? Or if someone bends someone else's grain, there's a fire coming, someone bends the grain towards the fire, and that causes the grain to catch fire. And the third case is if someone hires false witnesses. If I hire false witnesses to testify about someone, I didn't testify, I just hired other people to testify. Now, number 4, line 48. If someone knows testimony to help another person and doesn't testify, in that case, you're going to be Potter B'dinei. In these cases, you're going to be Potter B'dinei Adam, Chayiv B'dinei Shemayim. So now, the Gemara is going to go through exactly what are these 4 cases. It might not be so obvious. Amama. Line 48 at the bottom, towards the end of the line. Amama, the master taught, what is the case when you break the fence in front of your friend's animal? Heichi, dummy. What exactly is the case? If you're going to say it's talking about a nice, strong fence that he broke, he's going to be chayiv even invasive of breaking it. It wasn't going to fall down. We're talking about now whether you're chayiv for the fence or not. So if I break someone's fence, that's a good fence, obviously I'm going to be chayiv b'dinei Adam. Ella, last one in the line, on the page, Ella, rather, it must be referring to a rickety fence, a bad fence. And if you look in Rashi says, Delay Afsadeh, the first Rashi on the page. Rashi says that you didn't cause any damage. Why? Because it's going to fall down anyway. It was rotten. So therefore, you don't have to pay for it since it was already going to fall down. But since you did something in Shemayim, you're still going to be in trouble. Now what about the second case? The master taught, if you bend someone's grain in front of the fire, then you're part of B'dinei Adam, Chai B'dinei Shemayim. Heichi, dummy, what exactly is the case? If you're going to say, excuse me, if you're going to say that the fire got there and burnt it with a regular wind, meaning that you should have expected the fire to come and burn this when you bent it towards the wind, bent it towards the fire, excuse me, and it was a regular wind. You should still be chayiv b'dinei Adam in based it. But why? Because you should have expected it. You've been negligent. Rather, the fire got pushed there by an irregular wind, a super duper wind that you didn't expect. A big gust comes along and that caused it to catch fire. So then, since you didn't expect it to happen, you're not going to be chayiv and based in, but the fact that you put it in front means that you'll still be potter, but you'll still be chayiv in Shemayim. Rav Ashi Omar, line 5, Rav Ashi said, Toman itma. Mishum t'shavir toman ba'esh. No, what it means is that what happened was the fire was coming and Mr. A's grain was going to get damaged. So Mr. B comes along and covers Mr. A's grain so that Mr. C, who set the fire, will be potter. Why? Because according to the Mishnah we learned earlier, according to this Mishnah later on, if you have something covered that burns, then the fire starter is potter. So the guy who covered the fire, covered the grain, he didn't do anything that were direct to cause damage, but the fact he covered it means that Mr. A's grain, Mr. A will not now get paid by Mr. C, and that's indirect damage, and therefore he has to get busted in Shammai. Line 6, third case. Omar Mar. The master taught, what about someone who hired false witnesses? Heichi Dami. What exactly is the case? If you can say he hired witnesses for himself, I hired 2 witnesses to help me in Beis Din. He has to take a pay. He'll be in Beis Din to pay. Rather, it must be talking where I hired 2 witnesses to testify to help my buddy Reuven. And in such a case, I'm not benefiting from this, so therefore I'm not going to be chayav Beis Din. But in the case where I hired them for myself, I am benefiting, so I'd have to pay. Okay. And the last one on line 9, beginning of line 9. Someone knows testimony for to help his friend. It doesn't testify for him. If someone knows something, and now there's a chiyuv to testify in Beis Din. What are we dealing with? If you're talking about a set of 2 witnesses, let's say me and my buddy Yehuda, no testimony to help Mandy. It's a pasuk. Daraisa. We've broken up our very Daraisa if we don't testify, there's 2 of us. Why he says v'im la yagid v'nasavaylay. If he doesn't tell, then he has to bear his sin. He doesn't done avera. Now we know this is only referring to 2 witnesses because 1 witness is not considered testimony, and that's a chiyuv b'daraisa. Ela b'chad. Rather, it's talking about if there's 1 witness. Just me, I know something to help Mendy. What can I do as 1 witness? As 1 witness, I can cause someone to have to make an oath if I come and testify. And therefore, since I didn't do what I was supposed to do to help my buddy, which was even though I wasn't going to help him completely, but I could have helped him partially, therefore, I am chayav in Potter in B'dinei Adam, but I'm still chayav in Shemayim because I messed up. Okay, that's part 1.